ready.
Hey, we're going to go to Do You Remember? And this is where you can win the tickets to Zany's this week to go see Zany's Comedy Club. And so we're going to have you to call in at 312-754-4333. And we're talking about Do You Remember? So now you got to listen to what we're talking about and then call in. Baby, what is Do You Remember this time about?
This week is about the brick phone.
The brick phone.
Not the brick house.
Yeah, not
But
the brick
phone.
house. And my chair, they're letting it out.
Girl,
No.
hang it. Okay. The brick phone, the first cell phone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you had one and you still have one.
Yeah, if you still have one, you can definitely win the tickets.
Right.
Take a picture and show us that one. I used to have one before. I don't know what happened with it, But, that was back in the day where, phones was just coming out and, you didn't look at it as a brick phone. It was, it was amazing. He's walking around without a phone because most of the times you want to call somebody, you had to do something that young kids don't even know about. You had to go to a pay booth or a booth to make a phone call. You had to find a booth somewhere on the corner.
And have money.
And have some change to do it, And if you didn't have the change, you kind of hit that little thing and dial the operator and see if they allow you to make a collect call to somebody. But you had to sit there and drive in your car and find some corner where a telephone
Isn't that
was there.
just obsolete for real?
Right.
Imagine every other block had a pay phone. But if you was lucky enough back in 1984, 85 to get this overpriced chunky brick phone that started off at $4,000. So when it rolled, girl, it was only the rich that had that phone first. Then it trickled down to us that we could afford that 2-pound phone. That pound weighed 2 pounds, and you only get a half an hour of talk before you had to recharge it.
Yeah.
I know you was good when you had a case because my daddy used to have a case.
Right,
He had a case.
And could plug it up in the car.
Right.
Yep.
I remember
I
I got a fortunate time to get into Dick Allen's car one time.
Who is Dick Allen?
Dick Allen was a baseball player for the White Sox, and he had a candy apple red car and white leather. Oh my God, that car was gorgeous. And he drove us home one time, and he had a phone in the car, and he picked up the phone. I'm like, man, this is cool. He had a phone. It was one of those brick phones that you could connect to the I think it was a cigarette lighter or something. I don't know how you connected it. And then you can make a telephone call. But that was back in the day. The brick phone meant you was somebody.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a
hey,
status.
that was the first time you can actually make a telephone call away from mama.
No landlines here.
Unfortunately, most people didn't have one. You just wanted one, I mean, nowadays kids want everything. You couldn't ask your mama back in the 70s, can I get a brick phone? Now I'm going to throw a brick in your head. Are you crazy?
But this is the part that cracks me up. Remember how cool it used to be, and then as phones got smaller, it became less cool to have the bigger phones?
Yeah.
And now we're going right back in the other direction with the bigger phones.
Well, right now, because
we're going to have building phones.
Yeah. Well, you get the phone's a little bit bigger because now you can watch television on it, too. So people
let's carry our television
right,
sets
and so
around
you
you
have
think about
iPads
that.
and stuff like that. Hey, now if you call in at 312-754-4333, you can win tickets to Zany's. Zany's is going to be having Sinbad there on the March 18th and the 19th. So give us a call for those tickets. Now, I will tell you that the tickets we're giving out will not be for the Sinbad show. You're going to have to buy those yourself. But they've got some great people here at Zany's that you can catch. We've got the tickets we're giving out, but you've got to call before the show is over. If not, the tickets will go to our next week's show, and we'll give them out then, and we'll give it out a little bit earlier, probably in the Motivational Mojo time this time. But call us if you're right now. You can't be a family member, and I can't know you. Your name can't be anything I know. But if you call in at 312-754-4333, don't have a family member for a friend call in for you because you still ain't getting the tickets. But call in right now. You might be able to win the tickets. But that brick phone was something else.
It was a brick.
I actually had one that worked, and it was, it's nice. You had the little, cord up in the air and stuff like that. And you walk. I mean, but when I had it, people was like, "What the heck are you doing with this brick phone?" I mean, it works. Because hey, when you started off,
Wait a minute, Tracy, where did you put yours in your purse?
I want to say
That is huge.
Hey, I would put mine in a bag or something.
I was married then, so we shared it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Where's the brick phone at?
I don't know. I lost
Get
it.
on the landline, fool.
I lost
Yeah,
it.
you lost a brick phone. You don't need anything else if you leave something that big, boy.
Okay.
You leave that in the bathroom. It's like, how did you leave something that big in the bathroom?
Your arm be all sore.
Right,
I didn't have one, so I'm like, okay.
you get, if you talked enough on the brick phone, you got exercise too. You got a muscle
Right.
on that too because you had that phone up. After a while, you get, girl, I got to go. This phone too heavy.
Right. It was something else.
So also go on Facebook and talk to us a little bit about the brick phone. And if you call in right now, 312-754-4333, you can win the tickets to Zanies. If not, we'll have it go for next week. Hey, baby, what we got?
Hey, next week, join us on Let's Stay Together Talk on the McCain Train. Our topic will be about dysfunctional families, letting go and letting God. Now, the McCain Train has pulled into our last stop, and we would like to say thank you to our guests, Steve Podesky and Pastor Pam Johnson, our social media.